incarnated, and over the many lives and over the millions of different lives, God is maturing this soul to his level of omnipotence so that him and his soulmate can live out happily ever after, basically saying that all human beings share one soul. We're just different fragments of the same soul, and that we're all to be God's soulmate in the end.
It's interesting.
And I was like, that's kind of cool. And honestly, we tied it into this, but it's an actual belief of mine, is that Zeus, Artemis, Ra, Anubis, I believe they were real. Now, do I believe that Apollo fucking drug the sun across the sky in a chariot? No, obviously not. But what I do believe is I am a Christian. As much as I don't like God very much, I am a Christian, and I am I would I would borderline say I'm borderline Wiccan, honestly, more than Christian. But either way, um, I believe that if a demon, right, were to come to somebody in ancient civilized times and been like, hey, look at what I can do, magicy, magicy, magicy stuff, then wouldn't he be worshipped as a god? You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
exactly. And I mean, are you telling me that a demon couldn't appear like he has a dog's head? You know, even if it was just an illusion? You know, just fucking in their heads, a hallucination. But he appears to have a dog's head, and that's why we have Anubis. Is it's just a demon that back in ancient Egypt times used a fucking hallucination to make people think he's some dog-headed god. Because fuck you, God, they worship me. I'm a demon. Like, so yes, I believe that the Greek gods and all of these gods, I do believe that they were real, or at least some of them, to a point. And I believe that, exaggerations and tall tales went on from there. But, I believe that everything in the world has a kernel of truth. You just have to find it.
See, like my belief with like the Egyptian gods is that those were extraterrestrial beings that were visiting us, trying to advance our society, and they were worshipped as gods because of their unnatural ability and
And
unnatural
that was
laws.
my theory for years. And to be honest, in my opinion, if it wasn't demons, it was aliens. You want to know Jade's honest to God opinion
Hmm.
about religion and everything? Like my wife, for some reason, my whole family seems to think my wife is atheist. She gets actually kind of upset about it because she's not atheist. Atheist believes you don't believe in God. She does believe in God. She does believe in Jesus. She
Atheism
so
is where you don't believe in anything at all. Like
well,
there's
exactly. You don't
no
believe in
religion whatsoever.
established religion. Exactly. You don't believe in a religion. Period. Whereas that's not my wife. My wife, she believes God is real. She believes the Bible happened. However, she doesn't believe God gives a shit anymore. She believes that God gave up. God left. He went and created life on other planets. And that's why we have UFO sightings. That's why we have these things. Is that is God bringing them over and saying, look, fuckers, eat from the apple and this is what happens. Okay? Look at them. Do you want to be like them? They're fucking miserable and dying all the time. They're killing each other. Look at this shit. They're raping, murdering. Do you want to be like that? Don't eat the fucking apple. Go home. It's like a fucking field trip for high schoolers. That's what Jade, to be honest, that's Jade's honest belief. And I don't think it's too far fetched, but that's Jade's honest belief is that God just kind of abandoned us. He doesn't give a shit anymore. He got fed up with how fucking awful humanity is and decided to go start over and try again somewhere else.
See, my issue
That's,
with like
that's
religion
it.
and like the whole God created humans and shit like that is a lot of established religion doesn't believe in the dinosaurs and shit and the evolution shit that happened before. It's like
Mm-hmm.
we have proof though. People, come on.
Yep. And see, when it comes to that, that's one that if you take the Bible literally, if you're one of those people that take the Bible at face value literally, and you still tell me... The thing is, if you tell me dinosaurs died millions of years ago because of the fossil record, things like that, fine. You know what? I'm totally fine with that. I am. But if you tell me... But then if you turn around and tell me to take the Bible at face value, I'm probably going to hit you in the damn face. Because you can't tell me dinosaurs died millions of years ago and still take the Bible at face value. Because it doesn't work like that. Because, I'm sorry, the Bible said there was no death before sin. Therefore, the dinosaurs could not have died before they ate the fruit. Therefore...
Because animals, according to like all religion and everything like that, animals can't sin.
Exactly.
They're pure instinctual.
There was no death before sin. Eve committed the first sin and thus brought the curse of death into the world. So therefore, dinosaurs would have been alive at the according to the Bible, would have been alive at the time of Adam and Eve. On top of that, Adam was then tasked to name all animals. Not all animals, but the dinosaurs. He was tasked to name all animals that God created. And then, on top of that, even more, it says that on God day, 2 or 3 or whatever fucking day it was, God created all the land animals. Not all the land animals except for the dinosaurs that died millions of years ago. No, all the land animals. All the water animals. All the bird animals. So God would have created the Triceratops and the T-Rex on the same day that he created the grasshopper and, the dog. Like, they all would have been created at the exact same time according to the Bible. And then even on Noah's Ark, people say, okay, well, how do you explain dinosaurs in the flood and yada, 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 yada? Well, okay, because Noah couldn't have fit T-Rexes on the Ark. No, but Noah could have put dinosaur eggs on the Ark. And he could have put small dinosaurs on the Ark. Not saying he was going to take full-grown animals. That wouldn't even make sense. He would take probably teenage animals that are getting ready to breed as soon as he finds land again. So that's probably the size he would take, and if you look at Noah's actual size of his ark, it was huge. So if you take the Bible at face value, it includes dinosaurs in it. All throughout the Bible, it even talks about the behemoth and the Leviathan having a tail like... the Leviathan is a water beast in the Bible, and I think it's either Luke or John. But in that one, he has a tail like a cedar tree. What animal has a tail like a fucking cedar tree? A plesiosaurus does, which is eerily similar to the way that they describe the Leviathan. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that kind of point towards there being dinosaurs in the Bible. So people that tell me dinosaurs died millions of years ago, but you have to take everything the Bible says at face value. You're contradicting yourself.
And there's also
are one of
like
the people
theories
that
that
believe
there
that the world is only
are
6,000 years old, or
there's
you're one of those people that are going to stretch it that, oh, well, it said that God created the world in 7 days, but what's a day to God? It could have been a million years for one day, you don't know, yada, yada, yada. But again, I just throw my death argument back at you. Still can't have death before sin. What's up, Ice? The what? God, fucking Diablo 3. I've got my hands full of games right now. Plus, dude, the new Shadow of Mordor is coming out. Fucking, there's so many games releasing out of E3 that look fantastic. I've got so much on my plate, dude. I can't get into any more games right now.
Plus, when you get your computer, you're gonna be playing on there too.
Well, exactly. When I get my computer, I'm going to be starting a whole new thing there. Plus, I'm going to be finishing my book. I don't got time. I'm sorry. Yeah, because the lady 2 days ago, it should be ready by... My mom said by Thursday. I should have it by Wednesday or Thursday. But either way, I plan on having my book finished within a month and a half. A month to a month and a half. I plan on having the book completely finished. And then just ready for some edits and going into publication from there.
It's awesome.
Which, I hope you don't mind about the clash. I'm trying to get my wins so I can buy our clan that icon.
Yeah. I have
And I
50
need 3 more
gems,
wins.
so
If you buy it, can I use it?
yeah. I can, well, as an officer, I can put it on the clan icon.
Dude, Doctor already has it.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like, go look at Doctor's fucking icon. It's right there.
So next time.
So I'll just have him throw it on there then. I'll promote him to officer so he can throw that on.
Heals you.
Looks like we got a new member, dude. Do you see this? We have an initiate who's in a match right now.
Ooh.
Do you know who this Zarav is?
No, I don't.
Is that our first random join?
Dude.
It's either a random join or it's one of Shifty or Doctor's buddies.
Well, he's a member now.
Yeah, and actually, I'm not gonna put Doctor up at officer, just because that puts us really heavy on officers.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let's see. Haho, you...
Solution left?
Oh. Yeah, Solution ditched out.
Fucking
Yeah,
hero.
Solution ditched out. He's not in Hilo's clan, though. So,
He must have just
ditched
gotten
out.
pissed off at Hilo and just said, fuck you all.
Right, that's kind of what I'm thinking, because Hilo just kept hounding him last night. But either way, if that's the case, then that means we only have 2 officers out of a 3, 6, 8-man clan, or 7. That means they need 1 more officer. I just don't feel like Terran plays enough to be an officer anymore. Not until he starts playing more. Which, I mean, is understandable with the kids and stuff, but...
Yeah.
Let's see, Shifty or Doctor. I mean, Shifty was here first. I'll promote Shifty. I mean...
He's the one who seems like he can get more recruits anyways.
Yeah, really, he's the one that brought Doctor in. Which is why I'm saying he very well might have been the guy that brought this dude in. I'm looking at the dude's stats, our rando that joined in.